aunties, your uncles, your dad, your mom, they're going to constantly be on your neck. Basically, there's this pressure with the family. They want you to figure it out quickly. They want to start seeing results quickly. They want to see your subscriber counts. They want to see your video with millions of views. I'm always under this constant pressure. I either have to be reading a book, writing my script, or filming a video, or just working towards my YouTube channel. If it takes 20 fucking years of your life to go to school, to graduate and get a job that pays you less than $200 a month, how long will it take to build your dream life through content creation? My name is Celestine. I'm 22. 8 months ago, I dropped out of university in my second year and became a full-time YouTuber. In today's video, I want to show you exactly what it feels like to be a college dropout in Nigeria. If you've ever wondered what it feels like to drop out of school to chase your dreams, this video is for you. Everyone expects you to figure this out in 3 months, and this was one of the biggest mistakes I made when I dropped out of school. I promised my parents that I was going to retire them within 3 months, and I was like, hey daddy, mom, don't worry, within the next 2 to 3 months you guys will be traveling around the world, I'll retire you guys. And so because I made all these promises, it set this expectation in the minds of my parents. This is currently the 9th month, and they are currently pressuring me to go back to school next year. Everybody, basically your family, like your aunties, your uncles, your dad, your mom, they are going to constantly be on your neck. Basically, there's this pressure with the family that they want you to figure it out quickly. They want to start seeing results quickly. They want to see your subscriber count. They want to see your video with millions of views because they expected you to figure everything out in a short period of time. When you start a YouTube channel, you are going to be posting your heart out. You are going to be working tirelessly on videos. At the end of the day, you put out those videos and then no one watches them. Behind the scenes, you are having all these sleepless nights. You are trying to figure it out what's really going on with your channel, why is things not working out. It does take a while to start seeing results. It takes a while to get used with the YouTube algorithm to kind of even figure out your message. Basically, it takes 2 to 3 years to get familiar with all these stuff before you start seeing the exponential results that everybody expects you to see. In the beginning, when you drop out, you are going to be very excited, you are going to be extremely motivated, and even if you keep posting your heart out and the views are not coming, you are still going because you keep expecting your next video to go viral. You post this video, it doesn't go viral, then you post the next one and the next one and the next one. Nobody keeps liking, nobody keeps commenting. In the beginning, you are willing to put up with all these things because you keep expecting that the results will come quickly. And so when the results don't come quickly, it just gets to this point where you now become physically and psychologically totally exhausted. And the only thing that comes to your mind is giving up and quitting. When I dropped out, I was in 200 level going to 300 level. And as at that point, the internal pressure was minimal. But then most of my friends have graduated this year. Some of them will be graduating next year, and so there's always this internal pressure because you left your whole life behind to build a new life, and now you've started this new life from absolute scratch. So when you look back at the life you left behind and you see other people moving forward, you start to feel like you are behind and everything you do has to be productive. Sometimes I miss the old me when I could just sit down and binge watch a whole series in 2 days. That was awkward. Sometimes I miss the old me when I could just sit down and binge watch a whole series within 2 days. But right now, I can barely sit down and watch a 1-hour movie without feeling like I'm wasting my time. I'm always under this constant pressure. I either have to be reading a book, writing my script, or filming a video, or just working towards my YouTube channel. All these things just happen when you drop out. And so if it takes 20 fucking years of your life to go to school, to graduate and get a job that pays you less than $200 a month, how long will it take to build your dream life through content creation? A lot of young Nigerians are currently studying the wrong courses in the university, not because you want to study that course, but because that's what your parents told you that you are supposed to do. All my life, I thought I wanted to become a medical doctor. But then the real reason why I wanted to become a medical doctor was because that was what my parents and the society at large told me that I was supposed to do. And it took me a while before I realized what I really wanted to do with my own life. As a science student, I hated physics and I hated chemistry with passion. I have a brother who is currently studying law. When I was in high school, I would go into his bag and I would pick his literature and I'll start reading all these novels that they give them from school. And my dad would be like, let's go and drop that book. You're not supposed to be reading novels, you're supposed to be reading physics and chemistry. And I just couldn't explain that feeling because I didn't enjoy reading Hooke's Law or Boyle's Law and Charles' Laws. Even as a science student, I used to represent my school in debates and quizzes. But then my parents told me I was supposed to become a medical doctor. I wrote my JAMB, I applied for medicine. God knows I tried so hard, I prepared for that JAMB. I studied physics, chemistry. At the end of the day, I scored a little bit above average. Wasn't enough to get me into medical school, but it was enough to study other medical courses. And that was how I became a medical lab science student. So sometimes your parents might want what's best for you, but that doesn't mean that they know what's best for you. The only person that truly knows what's best for you is you. Sometimes it is hard being a college dropout, especially in Nigeria. You have to have a back that is as strong as concrete to push through the family pressure and the constant self-doubt and the nagging. If you can survive 2 to 3 years as a college dropout without giving up, you can face any situation you come across in life. It might be hard being a college dropout, but then I am glad that I am able to document my journey and share my experiences with you. If I knew all the things I know now, I would have still dropped out of college. In the beginning, you are going to face all of these challenges and everybody will call you crazy, they'll call you lazy and call you all sorts of names, and they'll start to make you feel like you're on the wrong path. But then at the end of the day, the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Even Seneca said, difficulties make the mind strong, so does going to the gym. All the internet entrepreneurs and the great people that you look up to, at some point they had to go through all these things. But the reason why they are where they are right now is because they didn't give up despite the self-doubt and the family pressure and every other things that comes from chasing your dreams. I personally believe that the best time to chase your dream is when you are young. My final advice is to keep going despite the self-doubt, keep going despite the failure, because at the end of the day, if you can stick your head out for 3 years without giving up and you constantly show up and keep improving, you will win. I have made so many mistakes on this journey that have cost me time and money, and in this video I share 5 of the biggest mistakes I made so you won't make the same mistakes. Always remember, your dream life is closer than you think, but no one is coming to give it to you. You've got to go get it.